divine guidance to the Executive Director of Youth Impact Movement, endow senators with discernment and vision, integrity and courage, that through the labors of the Senate, the interests and wishes of the senators may be well and truly served, and thy good purposes for the common human life be realized in our midst. Amen. O God, grant us a vision for this Senate, fair as it might be, a fraternity of righteousness, where none shall wrong his neighbor, a fraternity of plenty, where evil and poverty shall be done away with, a fraternity of brotherhood, where all success shall be founded on service, and honor shall be given to the deserving, a fraternity of peace, where the Senate shall rest on the will of its senators, and the love of the common good. Bless the efforts of those who struggle to make this vision a reality. Inspire and strengthen our people, that they may give time, thought, and sacrifice to speed the day of the coming beauty of the Senate of Youth Impact, Parliament, Ghana, and Africa. Amen. Honorable Senators, you may resume your seats. Honorable Senators, special guest of honor, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, I humbly welcome you all to today's ceremony. Honorable Senators appointed, pursuant to Standing Order 24-2, I, Miss Imelda Asei Oseifua, Clerk to the Senate, Clerk to the First Senate of Youth Impact Parliament, Ghana, acting as chairperson of the first sitting of the First Senate, do invite you to this August sitting today. Today, Saturday, 11th January 2025, in the afternoon, for the purpose of electing a president and administering the oath of office. In accordance with Order 24 of the Standing Orders of the Senate, we will proceed with the election of the President of the Senate. I now respectfully call on the Majority Leader to nominate and read the profile of the President nominee.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson. My name is Elisha Kim Kahia, the Majority Leader at the Senate. I stand to nominate Jones Amegashie-Viglo as President of the First Senate of Youth Impact Parliament, Ghana, by the Majority Leader. Madam Chairperson, the Clerk to the Senate, I thank you for the opportunity to nominate the President of the Senate. In accordance with Article 54 of the Youth Impact Movement Constitution, and in particular Order 24 of our standing orders, I beg to move that His Excellency Jones Amegashie-Viglo takes the chair of this Senate as President of the First Senate of Youth Impact Parliament, Ghana, of Youth Impact Movement. Madam Chairperson, Mr. Jones Amegashie-Viglo is a versatile individual with a passion for constitutional advocacy and youth activism. He was born on Monday, October 13th, in Ho, in the Volta region of Ghana, and hails from Achiavi, Keta, in the same region. Madam Chairperson, Mr. Jones Amegashie-Viglo completed his basic school education at Kabori School Complex in Ho from August 2003 to June 2012. He then attended Keta Senior High School, Keta, from September 2012 to June 2015. Following his passion for marketing, he gained admission to Ho Technical University to pursue a higher national diploma in marketing, graduating with first-class honors in November 2019. He continued his academic journey and earned a Bachelor of Science degree in business administration, specializing in marketing from the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Institute of Distance Learning. Graduating with second class upper division in March 2023. Madam Chairperson, throughout his academic journey, Mr. Jones Amegashie-Viglo's actively engagement in various student leadership positions, notably served as the vice organizer of Writers and Debaters Class at Ketasco in 2015. Later, he became the chairman of the Planning and Organizing Committee of the Professional Marketers Association of Ghana Students, PROMAX HTU chapter, that's 2017 to 2018. Additionally, he held roles as a member of Judicial Committee of the Faculty of Business and Management Studies, FOBAMS, and the Student Representative Council, SRC, at Ho Technical University. That's in 2018 and 2029. Jones served as the president of PROMAX HTU chapter and was also a member of the General Assembly of HTU SRC. Simultaneously, he took on the responsibility of Deputy Chief Justice as the second Deputy Volta Regional Youth Minister and later became the Director of Administration of United Nations Association Ghana. Madam Chairperson, furthermore, Mr. Jones Amegashie-Viglo demonstrated his passion for empowering students by founding the National Association of Student Speakers Ghana on 1st March 2020. As the chairman of the group, he trained student speakers in parliamentary practices for student legislative chambers. He further established the Youth Impact Movement YIP on 22nd April 2021, a youth voluntary organization aimed at developing public speaking skills, parliamentary debate skills, social norms, and values among its members and the youth. He was recently appointed the advisor to the Mastermind Foundation by the CEO, Mr. Julius Newman Mensah. Madam Chairperson, Mr. Jones Amegashie-Viglo has been working as a research assistant at Ho Technical University since March 2021 and was designated to the rank of Senior Research Assistant at Ho Technical University on 1st June 2024. He was conferred upon the title Honorable in his capacity as the Special Aide to the Global President, Her Excellency Lady Reverend Dr. Lillian Sally Ado of the International Youth Network for United Nations Security Council Resolution 2250 on 1st May 2023 at Accra International Conference Center, Ghana as well. In the same organization, Mr. Amegashie-Viglo is served as the Volta Regional Chairman in Youth Government System. He was the Youth MP for Ho Central Constituency and Majority Leader of their Youth Parliament, and also the Youth Minister of Parliamentary Affairs under the Cabinet of Youth President, His Excellency Harvey Justice Delasi. He later became the Speaker of Parliament for the Youth Government System of 2250 on 1st July 2024. Madam Chairperson, Mr. Jones Amegashie-Viglo, the pioneering Speaker of Parliament, Lower Chamber of Youth Impact Parliament. He served from the Pilot Parliament, First Parliament, Second Parliament, and Third Parliament from the year 2021 to 2024. He was succeeded by Right Honorable Adam, the Speaker, that's the Lower Chamber of YIP. During his tenure, he ensured the Lower Chamber acquired 8 robes for the Speaker, Deputy Speakers, Clerk, and Deputy Clerks. He also acquired a mace and a gavel for the Parliament. In November 2023, he led YIP to pay a courtesy call on the Speaker of the 8th Parliament of the Republic of Ghana, Right Honorable Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagby. And in December 2024, he supervised a debate team that won the 30th anniversary debate competition. Madam Chairperson, on March 10, 2024, upon the establishment of this upper chamber of Youth Impact Parliament, he became the pioneering president of the Senate. In the early the Senate acquired the robes for the Senate president, deputy president, clerk, deputy clerk, and assistant clerk. He also acquired the mace and a gavel for the Senate during his tenure as president of the Pilot Senate. Madam Chairperson, apart from his academic and advocacy pursuits, Jones Amegashie-Viglo is also a talented musician who plays the drums. He is known for his calm, collected, and kind demeanor, always open to embracing new possibilities in life. Madam Chairperson, having oversatisfied the qualifications in accordance with Standing Order 24, I beg to move that His Excellency Jones Amegashie-Viglo do take the chair of this Senate as the President of the First Senate of Youth Impact Parliament of Youth Impact Movement. I beg to move. Thank you.
Any seconder to the nomination? Honorable Minority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I rise to second the motion that His Excellency Jones Amegashie-Viglo takes the chair as the President of the First Senate of the Youth Impact Parliament. I rise with great pride and conviction to endorse his nomination, not merely because of his impressive credentials, but because of the extraordinary impact he has made within this institution and beyond. Mr. Amegashie-Viglo has demonstrated time and again that he is not just a leader, but a visionary who transforms challenges into opportunities and ideas into actionable progress. Madam Chair, his journey of excellence began early, as evidenced by his stellar academic records, from excelling at Kaboris School Complex and Keta Senior High School to earn a first-class honors in marketing from the Ho Technical University and a BSc in Business Administration from the prestigious Kwame Nkrumah University of Science Technology Institution of Distance Learning. This academic achievement laid the foundation of his career in leadership and advocacy, where he has consistently brought dedication, innovation, and professionalism. In student leadership, his legacy is unmatched. As president of the Professional Marketers Association of Ghana Students, he reformed, As president of the Professional Marketers Association of Ghana Students, HTU, he not only led effectively, but also spearheaded constitutional reform that continues to guide the SRC of HTU. His role in drafting and reviewing the SRC Constitution demonstrates his commitment to building enduring systems of governance. Madam Chair, in the wider arena of youth activism, Mr. Viglo has left an indelible mark through the founding of the National Association of Student Speakers, and the Youth Impact Movement, that's what we know as the YIM. He has inspired countless young people to embrace parliamentary practices, public speaking, and the virtue of civic responsibility. His efforts have shaped confident and complete leaders, many of whom serve as testament of his mentorship and vision. Beyond his organizational prowess, he has served in critical capacities, including as General Secretary of NASPA in the whole municipal. He has also served as the Director of Administration for the UNYA Ghana and Volta Regional Chairman, Youth Minister, Youth MP, and currently Speaker of Parliament for INAUGURATION 2250. In this role, he has been an impeccable advocate for youth inclusivity, empowerment, and capacity building. Madam Chairperson, with Youth Impact Parliament Ghana, his contributions are imparalleled. As the pioneering Speaker of Youth of the Parliament for the 4th consecutive terms, he established a standard of excellence. Under his leadership, the lower chamber acquired its symbolic regalia, including robes, a mace, and a gavel. He also forged strategic partnerships, such as the courtesy call on the Right Honorable Speaker of the Ghanaian Parliament, Right Honorable Alban Babgin. Among others were the Volta Regional Minister, the MC for the whole municipal, and he also led the Youth Impact Parliament to victory in the 30th anniversary debate competition organized by the Parliament of our Republic. Madam Chairperson, as the pioneering President of the Senate, Mr. Amegashie-Viglo has laid a solid foundation for this upper chamber by acquiring its symbolic regalia, including robes, a mace, and a gavel. He also guided the Senate with the wisdom and integrity befitting this distinguished office. His ability to balance humility with authority, kindness with firmness, and creativity with discipline makes him an exemplary of what leadership is in this Senate should be. I have witnessed several sittings presided over by Mr. Jones Amegashie. He is indeed fair and transparent in his dealings. As a presiding officer, he is very familiar with the standing orders as a custodian and utilizes it appropriately. He is a master of the law of Youth Impact Parliament, and his knowledge is unmatched. In seconding his nomination, Madam Chairperson, I am endorsing not just a candidate, but a legacy of excellence, a track record of transformative leadership, and a vision for an empowered and impactful Senate. His Excellency Jones Amegashie-Viglo is undoubtedly the leader we need to chair this Senate as its president. Madam Chair, in conclusion, after mentioning all these credentials and in light of the aforementioned, it is with utmost humility and conviction that I, Edward Amenu, wholeheartedly second the motion that His Excellency Jones Amegashie-Viglo assumes the chair of the President of the First Senate of the Youth Impact Parliament. I beg to second. Thank you.
Senators. In the absence of any further nominations, nomination is now closed. I now respectfully declare His Excellency Jones Amegashie-Viglo as the President-elect of the First Senate of Youth Impact Parliament Ghana of Youth Impact Movement. May the sponsors of the President-elect conduct him to the President's days. I respectively invite Reverend Dr. Bright Adonai to swear in the President-elect.
So you say this after me. I,
Jones Amegashie-Viglo,
having been elected the President of the First Senate of Youth Impact Parliament, do in the name of the Almighty God swear that I will bear true faith and allegiance to Youth Impact Parliament as by law established, that I will uphold the integrity of the Senate and why I am, that I will faithfully and consciously discharge my duties as President of the Senate and uphold, preserve, protect, and defend the standing orders of the Senate and Constitution of the movement. So help me God. Congratulations.
Mr. President, on behalf of the Senate, I hereby congratulate you as you take the chair as the substantive President of the First Senate of Youth Impact Parliament. Thank you.
Honorable Senators, you may resume your seats. But I, with respect to this Honorable Senate, will still be upstanding. I want to give my acceptance speech. Our distinguished guest of honor, Mr. Raphael Korda and Reverend Dr. Bright Adonai, herein seated. Our invited guests, the Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Adam Usman, and his second deputy, the Honorable Magdalene Aduako, the Deputy President of the Senate, soon to be elected, and honorable senators, the respectful Majority Leader of the Senate and Minority Leader, the clerks, senators, ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you today with a profound gratitude and humility as I accept the honor of serving as President of the First Senate of Youth Impact Parliament, Ghana. This privilege entrusted to me by your confidence and support is one I embrace with both veneration and steadfast resolve. Please allow me to first and foremost express my heartfelt gratitude to the Almighty God, whose guidance and grace has made this moment a possibility. Honorable senators, invited guests of honor, to my distinguished colleagues, I am deeply indebted to you for your nomination and confidence placed in me through this election of the Senate, and I am aware of the weight of the responsibility and trust you have bestowed in my ability to steer the affairs of this august Senate. With the collective wisdom and experience we bring, I am firm in my commitment to harness the potential to accomplish the condescending aspirations that lie before us. Honorable senators and members, as custodian of the standing orders of the Senate, I pledge to uphold these principles and traditions that fortify the sanctity of this great chamber. I shall ensure that every senator and member is accorded the right to voice out his perspectives and provide the voices and aspects they align with, and would ensure there will be decorum during proceedings of this honorable Senate. The rights and privileges of each senator, as well as the Senate as a whole, shall remain sacrosanct under my stewardship. I am committed to presiding over deliberations with impartiality, fostering a climate of respect, order, and purpose, while striving tirelessly to advance the mission of this prestigious Senate. Yet, honorable senators, I am ever conscious of that responsibility that has been borne in me and not in isolation. The collective strength of this Senate, of which we carry in unity, your wisdom and active engagement going forth, and this unparalleled prominence that this institution shall be gone, not just in Ghana, but in Africa and beyond. Honorable senators, I urge you to fully engage the proceedings of this Senate and take ownership of the role as representatives of the youth. And as you know, the Senate is peculiar. It is not the usual 276. The Senate has 4 constituencies in each region. So you are even bigger than the youth MPs. I must say that private member statements will be allowed in order for us to deliberate and inquire onto happenings within this movement and otherwise. Together, we can harness this platform to address pressing concerns in our generation in Ghana and beyond. Reflecting on these strides we have made, it is evident that Youth Impact Parliament stands as the beacon of growth and empowerment for young leaders. And as you know, Youth Impact Parliament is the most vibrant parliament in Ghana and beyond. And may I state emphatically, our guest of honor, that I have still we have still, and us, have still not seen any other bicameral youth legislature in the world except Youth Impact Parliament. Right Honorable Speaker and I are happy to carry this record, and we will ensure Guinness Book Record will also take notice of it. In concluding, I wish to reiterate my deepest gratitude to you all and trust that your encouragement, your belief in my capacity to lead would foster our future in God and Almighty. I, with all due respect, thank you, and I humbly accept the role as President of the Senate 2025-2027. I thank you. Honorable Senators, we'll move straight forth to item 3 on the order paper, administration of oath to senators appointed. May all senators of the First Senate rise as I administer this oath to you. I hope that's the next item, though. So, you repeat after me. I, having been appointed a senator in the First Senate of Youth Impact Parliament, do in the name of the Almighty God, or Allah, swear that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the YIP Senate, as by law established, and that should I at any time break this oath of office, I shall submit myself to the laws of this Senate and the movement, and suffer the penalty for it. So help me God. Honorable Senators, by the power vested in me as the President of the Senate, and in accordance to Order 32 of our standing orders, I respectfully declare you duly sworn in as Senators of the First Senate of Youth Impact Parliament, Ghana. Congratulations. You are all reminded to sign the oath book before you depart from here. Thank you. Honorable Senators, we will proceed with the next item on the order paper, item 4, election of the Deputy President of the Senate. Any nominations? Deputy Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, thank you for granting me this opportunity. Pursuant to Order of 25 of our standing orders, I humbly move that Her Excellency, Senator Deborah Nana Abateria, representing Central East Senatorial Constituency, assumes the chair of the Senate as the Deputy President of the First Senate of the Youth Impact Movement, YIP. Mr. President, Ms. Deborah Nana Abateria, born on the 10th of May, is a distinguished and multi-talented individual whose accomplishments span diverse fields. Her academic journey reflects her commitment to personal and professional development. She holds a certificate in media studies from the Media Perfect, Cape Coast, and a diploma in media from Crystal Galaxy College of Aviation and Professional Studies, Accra. She further attained the Bachelor of Science, BSc, in Integrated Development Studies from the Evangelical Presbyterian University College, EPUC, and enhanced her expertise by earning a Master's in Business from Interwave Solutions Academy. Ms. Tawiah's career has been marked by versatility and excellence. She has excelled as a radio presenter, actress, makeup artist, and a voice-over artist. She previously served as the Public Relations Officer of the EPUC Students Representative Council, SRC, and earned the prestigious title of Miss Volta Fair 2021. Her professional experience includes her role as Secretary to the Dean of School of Allied Sciences at the University of Health and Allied Sciences, UHAS. Additionally, she has contributed as an investigator for UHAS's regular and sandwich students during examinations. Mr. President, Ms. Tawiah's leadership credentials are equally remarkable. Within the Youth Impact Parliament, she served as the Youth MP for Etiwa East and played pivotal roles as chairperson of the Committee on Elections and Monitoring, member of the Publicity Committee, and acted as the first deputy speaker during the second parliament. She continued to serve with distinction as Youth MP for Etiwa East and first deputy speaker during the third parliament, also chairing the Appointments Committee. Upon the establishment of the Senate as the upper chamber on Sunday, 10th March 2024, Ms. Tawiah made history as its pioneering deputy president. During her tenure in the Pilot Senate, she chaired Appointments Committee and represented the Ashanti Central Senatorial Constituency with commendable dedications. Beyond her parliamentary engagement, Ms. Tawiah has been instrumental in community initiative as she served as a member of NASPA Regional Organizing and Publicity Committee and as the organizing secretary for NASPA Whole Municipal and Whole West District. Mr. President, Ms. Deborah Nana Abba epitomizes exemplary leadership, untiring dedication to education, and a commitment to societal impact. Her remarkable contribution to various spheres of life as a beacon of inspiration for others, aspiring to create meaningful change. On this note, I humbly moved that, in accordance with Standing Orders 25, Her Excellency, Senator Deborah Nana Abba Tawiah assumes the chair of this Senate as the Deputy President of the First Senate of the Youth Impact Parliament. I so move. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Secondment of Deborah Nana Abba Tawiah as Deputy President of Youth Impact Parliament by the Deputy Senate Minority Leader. Mr. President, I beg to second the motion that Her Excellency, Senator Deborah Nana Abba Tawiah, Senator for Central East Constituency, do take the chair as the Deputy President of the First Senate of Youth Impact Parliament. Mr. President, Ms. Tawiah has been constant beacon of dedication and competence within the Youth Impact Parliament, and her distinguished service in previous capacities has cemented her reputation as a dependable leader. Her tenure in the Parliament lower chamber as Youth MP for Atiwa East and her role as First Deputy Speaker and Chairperson of the Appointments Committee exemplify her deep understanding of parliamentary procedures, leadership in deliberation, and commitment to advancing the objective of this august body. Mr. President, Senator Tawiah's experiences have uniquely positioned her to excel in this role. Her ability to navigate complex situations with poise, combined with her proven leadership in chairing committees and overseeing key appointments, makes her a natural fit for the position of Deputy President. She has constantly demonstrated her capacity to harmonize diverse perspectives while ensuring that every voice is heard, a vital skill for effective leadership in the Senate. Mr. President, Senator Tawiah's commitment to effective communication is a standout trait. Her eloquence and clarity in articulating ideas has been evident in her professional career and organization roles. These attributes, coupled with her outspoken nature, showcase her resolve to represent the voice of her constituents and the broader Senate effectively. Her charisma and engaging personality inspire confidence and respect, qualities that are essential in fostering a positive and collaborative atmosphere within this chamber. Mr. President, it is also important to highlight that Senator Tawiah's beauty, both inner and outer, contributes to the warmth and approachable she brings to leadership. Her presence elevates the Senate's image, embodying the idea of grace, strength, and intellect that this institution seeks to uphold. Mr. President, in view of her extensive experience, exceptional communication skill, and proven ability to lead with integrity and inclusivity, I firmly believe that Senator Deborah Nana Abateria is the ideal choice to serve as the Deputy President of the First Senate. Her outstanding candidate for this role, I am confident that she will bring a renewed sense of purpose and energy to this role, ensuring the continued success of work as a Senate. I so second. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the Deputy Senate Minority Leader. Honorable Senators, any nominations? In the absence of any other nominations, I respectfully declare Senator Deborah Nana Abateria, Senator for Central East, as the Deputy President of the First Senate. Can the sponsors of the nominee accordingly robe her with her robe? Accordingly robe her with her gown. Thank you very much. There is an additional rule. Madam, Your Excellency, the Deputy President of the Senate, Senator Deborah Tawiah, congratulations. You may now resume your seat. We have an additional role. It is not statutory, but it is relevant to ensure that there is always someone in the chair. So in addition to the office of the Deputy President, there is someone to aid her, and that post is called Deputy President Pro Temporary. And I hereby, in consultation with the Deputy President, appoint Senator Faith Umaju, Senator for Volta West, to occupy that role for the First Senate. Congratulations. Honorable Senators, before we proceed with the program, which is the progress report, and hear from our guests, our guests do not know us, and leadership has discussed that you briefly introduce yourself, please. You are just to state your name and constituency. If you are not in the Senate and you are in the Parliament, your name and your constituency in the lower chamber. And if you are an observer, you just state so. You are not to add any salt or sugar or spice. We don't need them now. An item has been reserved for that. And when we get there, you can talk about whether your constituency has a mountain or a sea. But for now, you are just to briefly introduce yourself for the attention of our guests so that they will know the caliber of youth that are seated here. So, per convention, we'll start from the Deputy Marshal who will introduce himself, and then you'll be the porter of the mic, take them through to introduce themselves until it ends on your boss and the clerks here. Okay. Please, no salt or sugar.
Please, I'm Mr. Osei Prince Ebwa, the Deputy Marshal.
My name is Edward Senya Amenu, and I am the Senator for Northeast West Senatorial Constituency. Thank you.
I am in person of Charles Adonu. I am the Senator for Ahafo South. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, for the opportunity granted me. My name is Doche Samson, Youth MP for the lovely people of Kwahu Afran Place North. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. My name is Domavano Macblaze, Youth MP for Southern Constituency, also the Minority Chief Whip of Youth in Port Parliament.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Madeleine Ediako Madalisa, Youth MP for Ashanti Mambon, and the second Deputy Speaker for the 4th Youth in Port Parliament.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Elijah Yakunedu Udro. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. My name is Robert Fiaonu, MP for Krachi East constituency. But, Mr. President, I would like to attend to, even though you give an indication.
You allow
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and the August House. I respond to Richard Kojo Amenya, Bono A South Senator. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. My name is Ankra Gosi, an observer.
Thank you, Mr. President. My name is Ibrahim Musa Kabir, observer.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm Kelvin Azameti Mensah, Senator for Greater Accra South Senatorial Constituency.
Thank you very much, the President and the entire House. I'm Hubert Agbahode, Youth MP for Akachi North constituency and the majority leader for the lower chamber. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. My name is Usman Moses, a Marshal for the Senate.
Thank you, Mr. President. My name is Tawiah Deborah, Deputy President for the First Senate and also Central East Senator. Thank you so very much.
Of inaugural speeches, and it will start with the progress report, and I'll deliver that in my capacity as the Executive Director. Deputy President to take the chair. Madam Deputy President, our distinguished guest of honor herein seated, the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Senators, ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I present this progress report highlighting the achievements and milestones of Youth Impact Movement in my capacity as the Executive Director of the movement. At the inauguration of the Fourth Parliament held on the 10th of August 2024, I delivered a progress report, and I'm to deliver one today. I want to start with the visitation to Parliament of Ghana. Madam Deputy President, we visited Parliament of the Republic of Ghana on Wednesday, 29th November 2023, where we were received by the staff of the Office of the Speaker at the Speaker's Block for an orientation section held at the Speaker's Conference Room. Right after that, we observed the passing of the 2024 budget statement in the inner chamber of Parliament of Ghana at the Speaker's Gallery. During the proceedings, the Right Honorable Alban Sumana Kingsford Badwin acknowledged us as Youth Impact Parliament. We also had the opportunity to interact with Honorable Kofi Ato, the Chief of Staff at the Office of the Speaker, Honorable Roxinda Fiameto, the MP for South Dain, Honorable Pitano Chukotui, the MP for Akachi North, Honorable Benjamin Tudo, the former MP for Ho Central, Honorable Angela Alaute, the former MP for, that's Afajato South, if I'm right. Yes. And then Honorable Kobi Woyume, the former MP for Central Town. We interacted with these MPs when we came to the Parliament of the Republic of Ghana, and we are hoping to go again this year, hopefully March, April, June. So when the timing comes, we call for all the support so that we can be bussed today. Madam President, on Saturday, the 16th of December 2023, we proudly participated in the mock parliamentary sitting and debate competition organized by the Parliament of our Republic as part of the 30th anniversary celebration of uninterrupted parliamentary democracy, Volta Zone. Madam Deputy President, Youth Impact Parliament emerged victorious in the debate, where we won And our debaters were Ms. Kendall Mante and Robert Fiaonu. Karachi East Youth MP. Yes. Madam Deputy President, in 2023, at the Volta Youth Awards ceremony, Youth Impact Parliament was declared the Youth Association of the Year. And this stands as a strong endorsement of our efforts and achievements. Madam Deputy President, the fourth Parliament of Youth Impact Parliament was inaugurated on the 10th of August 2024, where we had elected the Right Honorable Adam Usman, our Speaker of Parliament, and his two deputies. The occasion was graced by Reverend Dr. Frank Agbo, the founder of Carista International Academy, and Honorable Emmanuel James Flolu, the former District Chief Executive for Afajato South. In the 2023 year, Youth Impact Parliament sat for a staggering 13 times. 13 times, because in March, 14 times actually, because in March, the Senate sat and the Parliament sat, and in September, both chambers sat independently. And that is more than any youth parliament could ever claim, because they only sit once or twice in a year. But we sit. We don't sit because we don't have anything to do. It is because from these sittings we get to grow and learn and interact with distinguished guests just as seated here, where they can teach us for us to get better at what we do. And Youth Impact Parliament is proud of that. Madam Deputy President, since our institution or establishment, Youth Impact Parliament has reached other countries. We have the Uganda Chamber, initially led by Speaker Leonidas Asime, and later succeeded by Speaker Dennis Animukama. We also have our India chapter, led by Speaker Bandaru Shankar. We also have our Namibia chapter, led by Speaker Lucas Ngasipola. Madam Deputy President, I had to learn these names, so it's not easy. Madam Deputy President, we are hoping to soon learn our Tanzania chapter, which will be led by Speaker George Constantine, and our Kenya chapter to be led by Speaker Alex Ndasiaba. Hopefully, more chapters will be open later ongoing, and we need the support to also support them. Madam Deputy President, Youth Impact Foundation has been steadily gaining recognition over the years through various humanitarian collaborations. We have partnered with various groups such as Vera and Friends, Cyril and Friends, Osbrain Cares Foundation, now Somian Cares Foundation, and other groups. We also advocated and also made a step to support when there was the Kosombo Dam spillage. The foundation as well made a step in that accord to support the victims. The foundation is led by the chief officer in the person of Ms. Harriet Sinan Abude, and we anticipate more this year, hopefully when we get them resources. Madam Deputy President, in our efforts to extend our impact to junior high schools and senior high schools, in April 2024, we introduced the YIP Campus Club at the 3rd anniversary special sitting. This initiative is aimed at extending our reach to our brothers and sisters in the SHS and the JHS for them to know what we are doing and learn from it before they get to tertiary. And we are hoping that in this year, we will visit some schools in the Volta region and impact them as well. Madam Deputy President, in response to our expanding scope, we are pleased to formally establish today the Conference of YIP Speakers and Presiding Officers with the initial CYSPO. This group is dedicated to focus on the training of speakers of parliaments in YIP and presidents of the senates. And this group will be led by a chairperson with 2 vice chairpersons. The speakers in all our international chambers, Right Honorable Speaker and I, will be members of that group. Madam Deputy President, regarding financial support, on the 10th of August 2023, we received a donation of 1,000 cedis from Honorable Emmanuel James Flolu. And apart from that, our youth MPs have been supporting us with 100 cedis, of which most have paid. But for the Senate, because it is a new chamber, we cannot introduce any financial obligations. But apart from that, all other finances were borne by the founders of the Youth Impact Movement. We humbly seek support from our supporters so that we can institute various projects we have in mind and reach more youths. In conclusion, Madam Deputy President, our special guest seated here, invited guests, honorable members, the future holds great promises for us. In just 3.5 years, Youth Impact Parliament has swiftly gained and done a lot, even with the little resources we have. And that is because of you all being part of this journey with us. And I believe if in 3.5 years we have been able to do this, then I can't even imagine what we'll do in 7 years. And hopefully we'll do more, touch more, expand our horizon. And thank you very much. And with all of you here being part of this journey, you will all reach great heights. We are hoping sooner or later to produce an MP in Ghana's Republican Parliament. Already, our guest, Youth Impact Parliament has produced various SRC presidents. We even have one here, Samson Doche, who is SRC president for Akachi, right? Which group? Jackson, yes. And over the years, SRC presidents, vice presidents, treasurers, of whom Hubert was one. Yes, PROs, EPUC, NASPA presidents as well. We have him there. Businessmen, incoming SRC presidents, second female HTU SRC, and all of them here, incoming presidents as well. Doctors, we have Dr. Enyonam Gasu over there, who is a medical doctor. The current administrative director of the movement was also started with us at UHAS. She was the Speaker of Parliament for UHAS, now a doctor at your hospital. 37, yes. And we also produced Doctor of Audiology, yes. Doctor of Audiology. And our diplomatic envoy, Elijah Konedu. Yes. and many more. Dr. Afeti incoming, who will hopefully become the aide to the new MP for Ho Central. Yes. We may be small over here, but we are big within. And Youth Impact Parliament, as you said, we need a strategic plan to even do more than we are doing. And with your help and support and guidance, we will reach greater heights. I thank you very much.
It's okay.
Honorable Senators, we'll move to our next item, which will be a remark from our first guest. But I want to call on, yes. I want to call on our assistant clerk to do us the honors of introducing our guest to us. From her profile, you know who is coming to speak to us.
Thank you, Mr. President, for the opportunity. Profile of Reverend Dr. Bright Adonai. Reverend Dr. Bright Adonai, born on 7th October 1987 in Agoti-Mekpetwe, grew up in Ho and Hohwe with his aunties. He has been happily married to Mrs. Sibisa Aja Adonai since 2012, and they continue to share a fulfilling life together. He holds a PhD in Business Administration, specifically entrepreneurship, from Charisma University, UK, and is a chartered marketer. He earned an MPhil in Finance from the University of Professional Studies, Accra, in 2020, and is currently pursuing an LLM at the University of East London. His earlier education includes a Bachelor of Administration in Accounting and a Diploma in Education from the University of Education, Winneba, and an HND in Accounting from Ho Technical University. Reverend Dr. Adonai is the founder and the rector of Adonai University College of Research and Entrepreneurship and the CEO of Adonai Estates Limited and its subsidiaries. He founded the Volta Regional Association of Real Estate Developers in 2022 and chairs the Takla Royal Professional Football Club. His professional journey includes teaching roles at the University of Education, Winneba, that's from 2019 to 2021, and national service at Ho Technical University in 2009, where his passion for entrepreneurship flourished. In ministry, Reverend Dr. Adonai has been dedicated to Lighthouse Chapel International since 2003, serving in various leadership roles across branches in the Volta region. He led the Akwepe branch from 2013 to 2017 and was appointed pastor during the DMM program. In 2022, he became a reverend minister and currently pastors the Jesus is the Rock Church, Hojo Wayan branch. His ministry focuses on evangelism and supporting spiritual growth among congregants. Among his numerous accolades, he was named Global World Respected CEO for Outstanding Entrepreneur of the Year 2024. Under his leadership, Adonai Estates Limited received the Real Estate Company of the Year Award for 2024, and he was inducted into the Corporate Ghana Hall of Fame 2024. He also earned an Honorary Doctor of Divinity for his leadership and impact on humanity. Reverend Dr. Adonai has authored Building Generational Wealth through Real Estate Investments and Business Sustainability Training for SMEs in Ghana. His research, focusing on macroeconomics, technology, and ICT's role in Africa's growth is published in reputable journals. His life exemplifies leadership, innovation, and dedication to ministry and entrepreneurship. Mr. President, may I now invite Reverend Dr. Bright Adonai, our guest of honor, to give the inaugural remarks. Thank you.
Well, I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. His Excellency, the President of the Senate, the first Senate of the Youth Impact Parliament, the Right Honorable Speaker, the Deputy President of the the Senate of the Youth Impact Parliament, and then also the Right Honorable Speaker of the First Senate, my own good brother, someone I always admire from afar, being our distinguished guest, Honorable Raphael. I think there's courage in it. Courage is in it, right? Okay, it's McAfee rather. Okay, Raphael, Korda. Honorable members of the Youth Impact Parliament and all youth leaders, ladies and gentlemen. I am honored to stand before you today as a guest of honor and also being allowed to swear in the President of the Senate. Today, we gather to mark a significant milestone in the history of our nation and our institution, the inauguration of the first Senate of the Youth Impact Parliament. As we embark on this journey together, I want to share with you 3 key principles that I believe will guide us as we try to build a better future for ourselves, our colleagues, and our nation. Firstly, leadership is about service, not self-interest. As leaders, we must recognize that our role is not to serve ourselves, but to put in ideas and measures to serve others. We must put the needs of our people, our communities, and our nation above our own interests. We must be willing to listen, to learn, and to adapt. For example, in Ghana, the National Youth Authority has established a program called Youth in Agriculture, which provides training and resources to young people to start their own agricultural businesses. This program has not only created jobs, but also increased food production and improved food security. We must be willing to put in the hard work, to make sacrifices, and to take risks. We must be willing to challenge ourselves, to challenge others, and to challenge the status quo. Secondly, inclusivity is the key to building a stronger, more resilient nation. As leaders, we must recognize that our nation is diverse and that this diversity is our strength. We must strive to create a parliament that is truly representative of the diversity of our nation. In the practical sense, we must become intentional about seeking out diverse perspectives, listening to different voices, and creating spaces for marginalized communities to participate. In South Africa, the government has established a program called the Presidential Youth Working Group, which brings together young people from diverse backgrounds to advise the president on issues affecting youth. This program has not only provided a platform for young people to participate in decision making, but also ensure that their voices are heard. We must be ready to confront our own biases, to challenge our assumptions, and work towards creating a more just and equitable student society or nation. Thirdly, innovation and creativity are essential for driving progress and development. As leaders, we must recognize that the challenges we face today require new thinking, new ideas, and new solutions. It is our duty to strive and create a culture that encourages innovation, creativity, and entrepreneurship. Taking risks to experiment and to learn from our failures will cause a great change. For instance, the Tanzanian Commission for Science and Technology has established the Tanzanian Innovation Challenge, which now provides funding and support to innovators and entrepreneurs. This has promoted innovation and improved life for many. As leaders, we must embrace this willingness to invest in education and research. In conclusion, I want to leave you with a challenge. As leaders, we have a responsibility to serve, to include, and to innovate. We have the responsibility to build a better future for ourselves and the entire student community. Let us rise to this challenge. Let us work together to create a parliament that is just, equitable, and prosperous for all. Thank you.
Let's give our guests another here. Our guest has indeed done a lot of research, and clearly he has indicated opportunities that government creates, and we are hopeful to also benefit from some of this. Thank you very much for your insights, sir. Honorable Senators, we'll move on to the next item on the order paper, which will be awards, presidential awards. The presentation of presidential awards. The presentation of presidential awards. And just to give a preamble, the Presidential Award Scheme holds a special place in honoring and acknowledging pioneering members of the Senate who started with us since the 10th of March 2024. These exceptional individuals supported us throughout the entire pilot Senate, which spanned since the Sunday, 10th March 2024, to today, Saturday, 11th January 2025. In recognition of their remarkable contributions, we want to proudly present to them these certificates of merits that we'll be issuing today. These awardees have left an indelible mark on this Senate, and we extend our heartfelt appreciation to them for their outstanding efforts. In order to congratulate them, we will now issue the awards to them. And may I humbly please have Reverend Dr. Bright Adonai to help me issue some of the awards to them. The first person here who I really want to give this to is, as you know, he also knows, in simple short, the most active YIP observer in 2024 goes to Honorable Samson Doche, And our next awardee, thank you very much, Samson, for your dedication. He hasn't missed any sitting, no. Since the time he joined us in 2024, he hasn't missed any sitting at all. Please, all of you should learn from him as well. It doesn't mean the rest haven't missed as well, but when he joined, he wasn't even a member. So thank you very much. Our next awardee is the most active Deputy Senate Marshal, goes to Mr. Moses Esimen. Moses has been with us for long before he started with us on that day. Our next awardee is the most active Assistant Senate Clerk. It goes to Miss Aseye Imelda Osifwa. Then our next award goes to the most active Senate Clerk in the person of Mr. now Senator Cyril Kekeli Amevo. Thank you very much, Doc. I'm grateful. We will now have our second guest, Mr. Raphael Korda, to assist us award the remaining nominees. Mr. Raphael Korda, please come here. Our next awardee is Senator, let me start with the category. Most available Senate leader. He has attended every single sitting as well and has played his role gargantually. It is in the person of Senator Elisha Kim Kahia. Our next awardee on merit is the most active Senate leader, and that goes to Senator Kelvin Azameti Mensah. Doctor of Audiology. Doctor of Audiology. There is one other person who also started with us that is not here. And may I also apologize, I'm doing 2 in 1. One other person that the printer didn't print her certificate. So in doing this 2 in 1, as the next most active deputy whip, and also she will also take for most available deputy Senate leader, will be Senator Dr. Enyenam Gasu, who will also stand in for Senator Harry Senanu Abude. So we'll get to the printout. We'll get to the printout. Yes. Yes. And the last person on my list, of whom I am proud of whom I have groomed, of whom I take responsibility over, of whom I'm proud, of whom to present, of whom. My own beautiful deputy, of whom will take this award. The most active deputy Senate President. Your Excellency, Senator Deborah Nana Abateria. of whom is taking this award? Sir. Thank you, sir. I want to say thank you to the senators who have started with us. Senators who started with us. I hope my record is right. Senator Charles, did you start with us? Hey! No. Of course. I just realized you disappeared that day. Of whom I couldn't see again. Adonai, we'll sort it out. Yes. But to all other senators who couldn't get, of whom I say I love you. Thank you so much for your dedication to this Senate. I'm proud of you as your president. I'm proud of you as your president. So the first Senate as well, we will. But may I unofficially recognize our consistent photographer. You know, since 2021, when we held the first sitting here, the 8th May 2021, Kobe photos have been with us and he's still with us today. Kobe photos. Thank you so much. Of whom we are proud of. Yes. And also, there is a team who have always streamed our programs since the inauguration, the first and very special sitting held on, Charlie, the days are plenty. I think that was 22nd April 2022. Prince Cap and his team, they have always streamed for us. Prince, thank you so much. Of whom we are proud of. Of whom we are proud of. Thank you so much. Honorable senators, our distinguished guests, may I now call on our deputy clerk to introduce our next speaker to us, Ms. Elizabeth Lutu.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Profile of Mr. Raphael Korda. Raphael Korda is a professional mechanical engineer and senior business improvement specialist with over 15 years of experience in the mining and extractive industries. He specializes in driving organizational change, optimizing processes, and managing multi-million-dollar projects. Over the years, he has built a reputation for delivering innovative solutions that enhance operational efficiency and drive sustainable growth. Beyond his technical expertise, Raphael is a dynamic entrepreneur, youth activist, public speaker, and political strategist. His passion for leadership and development inspired him to contest as a parliamentary aspirant for the whole central constituency under the National Democratic Congress, NDC. His comprehensive knowledge extends to asset management, risk management, health and safety, and environmental sustainability, where he consistently advocates for best practices and impactful leadership. Raphael's leadership philosophy is rooted in innovation, teamwork, and strategic planning. He leverages these principles to inspire collaboration and implement transformative changes across corporate, social, and political spheres. His ability to unite teams and deliver practical, forward-thinking solutions has earned him respect in both professional and community settings. In his personal life, Raphael is a happily married and, In his personal life, Raphael is happily married and balances his career with his love for driving, a hobby that reflects his enthusiasm for exploring new horizons. His multifaceted career and dedication to community growth underscore his commitment to fostering positive change and building a brighter future. Mr. President, may I now invite Mr. Raphael Korda, our guest of honor, to give the inaugural address. Thank you.
Of whom I am well pleased. Thank you. Mr. President, Honorable Rights Speaker, Honorable Senators, my senior brother, colleague guest of honor, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Ghanaians. I'm very humbled to be given the opportunity to be part of you this afternoon. First of all, I would like to congratulate His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Exactly. On the landslide victory that we chalked in just and the just ended national election for the country to reset our country going forward. Before I move on to my speech, I just want to congratulate you once again. The work you are doing is one of a kind, and it's a generational change that you are involved in. And I really want to encourage you, don't take it lightly, because history will remember you. If we can grow this, my vision and the vision for some of us, as we've been talking about, is to see from this level driving accountability right away up to the presidency of the country. It means that we need to be very much more committed and then get involved in governance of our country. You start from your constituency. I belong to a constituency. We all belong to constituencies. The political leaders of our constituencies are very important. Let's get close to them, to learn from them, and to, the most importantly, be involved in the decisions that are made. Because what you are doing here should not just end here as a phase you go through. I made a decision to leave work, my professional private life, to get into politics before contesting for the parliamentary candidate for this constituency, Ho Central. Because as an individual, let me use Reverend Doctor here as a practical example. He does a lot of voluntary work, philanthropic works. But in his capacity as an individual, I'm not saying he's going into politics, that is not his intent, but somebody into politics, if he's able to touch 10 lives with a political capacity and being in that office, you can touch 100 with even less effort than he would do as an individual. So politics is the way to make life for us. Whether you like it or not, politics actually determines you and what you and I do. So I would just want to encourage you to get involved, whether you like the person in leadership or not. It is not about the individual. As you are here today, it is about the nation. You are concerned about your community. And the community in which you and I live is the politics, that is the governance. So this afternoon, I just want to speak briefly as a guest speaker on our theme I wish I would have asked, as a teacher, as a public speaker, I wish I would have asked Mr. President what the theme of today's gathering is. But I want to believe we all know. So, His Excellency, the President of the Senate, I'll speak on three brief things. The first one is the role of the youth in parliamentary democracy. The second one will be on consolidating parliamentary democracy. And the third one will be leveraging youth development. The role of youth in parliamentary democracy thrives on, and as you can see, Parliament and its works actually thrives on representation, accountability, and active citizen participation. At the heart of this system is the belief that every voice matters and that governance should reflect the aspirations of all. Every voice matters, and governance should reflect the aspirations of all, especially the youth, who form the majority of Ghana's population as of today. And statistically, we have 6.5 million youths, according to the recent census that has been done. And that represents a percentage of 57%. You didn't hear that. The youth make up 57% of the Ghanaian population. Fellow Ghanaians. So the youth are not just the future, but we are the present. We are not just the future, we are the present. Our energy and drive, as well as the creativity, are essential for addressing the pressing challenges of our time and shaping a resilient democracy. I am speaking on the theme, leveraging youth engagement for consolidating the principles of parliamentary democracy. That is the theme for our gathering this afternoon. Now, consolidating parliamentary democracy. To consolidate the principles of parliamentary democracy, we must ensure its foundations. The foundations of parliament are what? Representation, accountability, and inclusiveness. We must ensure that they are upheld. Those three things are the fundamentals of parliamentary democracy. And this can greatly be achieved through active youth participation. That is why I am happy we are here today to be part of something that has begun bringing fruit. You have produced a lot of SRC presidents. And if you see our political landscape today, my brothers, a lot of them who are ministers today, even in the past government, you will see that SRC presidents are there, NUX presidents are there, other political office holders or campus are there. So this is the platform for us to learn, and as long as there is opportunity for us, and my very good brother Edam Agbana, catching off, we are, I'm honored because I'm a Voltarian. I am Anewe, the youngest MP ever in the Fourth Republic. So the youth, we have a place in governance today, and I strongly believe that the leadership of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is going to offer more youths opportunity to serve. And don't be left out. Now, representation, the youth must see themselves. We must see ourselves represented in leadership and decision-making spaces. This includes electing young parliamentarians, ensuring youth-focused policies, and creating opportunities for young people to contribute to national dialogue. This morning, the President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has released the ministerial, the ministries under the presidency for the next government. And there is one ministry dedicated for youth development. It means that opportunities are being created for us, and we need to strategically position ourselves to be part of this and make an impact. I want to admonish you to see these opportunities as not making anything for yourself. See it as an opportunity to serve, to leave a name, to leave a legacy. Because there is one scripture I believe in as a Christian. The Bible says that he that waters others shall himself be watered. And if you are a farmer, or if you see a farmer going out to water his crops, there is no way the farmer will not get wet. Are you with me? There is no way you'll go out to water your flowers and you will not get wet. That is the service. So see every opportunity you get here as opportunity to serve, opportunity to water. When you water, you definitely automatically be wet. That is when the satisfaction comes for me. Accountability. Democracy is strengthened when leaders are held accountable. Young people equipped with technology and digital tools have the power to monitor governance processes, demand transparency, and advocate for ethical leadership. Ethical leadership. And thank you, the team that is streaming the program for us. And I just want to say a very big thank you and encourage you. Go ahead. Use technology as much as possible. Use technology. All of you should have your special pages on in the social media, and make sure that you contribute meaningfully, not to some of them resorting to unproductive posts and comments. Comment and promote good governance. Positive things should be your hallmark. Now, the third thing, which is inclusiveness in governance, I wrote here, parliamentary democracy must embrace diversity, ensuring no youth is left behind, regardless of gender, background, or socioeconomic status. This inclusiveness builds trust in democratic institutions. We must promote diversity and inclusion. And earlier this morning, I'm happy to see that we have females as part of the new leadership that has been appointed by this August House. The second point, leveraging youth engagement. To fully engage youth in consolidated parliamentary democracy, we must, as a nation, enhance civic education. That is, many young people lack a clear understanding of parliamentary processes and their role in democracy. Comprehensive civic education will empower the youth to engage actively and meaningfully. For example, the new parliamentary museum that the Right Honorable Speaker Babin inaugurated earlier, was it this week? Yes. How many of you have heard of it? We are all senators, we are future parliamentarians. Let's use that as an opportunity to learn more about the parliamentary proceedings. We create a platform for dialogue. Youth parliaments like this one are excellent platforms for fostering debates, collaboration, and leadership skills. These forums should be supported and replicated at a regional and community level. And I'm happy to hear your president that you are opening outlets, trying to go down to the basic level to bring that enlightenment and education. Thank you, and please continue to do that. We will be there to support you. Promote digital democracy is one other thing that we can leverage on. As technology is a powerful tool for engagement, let's leverage social media, online platforms, and e-governance tools to make parliamentary processes more accessible to the youth. Foster leadership development. Leadership is a skill that can be nurtured. This setup today was a vision of one young man, the current president of this August House. And today, how we are on Facebook, we are streaming, right? Whether we are streaming live or not, the moment it is published, Raphael, Korda, I will be seen, right? Through the vision of one person some few years back. It means that the vision you have, the dream you have, will go a long way to impact a lot of people. As we socialize and share whatever transpires here today, we are giving out knowledge. We are educating the public. People that do not know, they will learn from us. You might not know who is watching, so don't give up. Leadership is a skill, and programs like this, I am encouraging everybody to support it. Now, my call to action for us, just to conclude it, is to challenge you to embrace your role as custodians of democracy. Participate actively in governance, as I mentioned earlier. Challenge the status quo and contribute innovative ideas to national development. Let your voice be a beacon of hope and change for Ghana. Ghana is all we have, no matter how little it is. Some of you, like Cyril, he's very good in research. When I was doing my work, himself and a team has done a lot of research for our party, and the victory of our party and the percentage that we got in Volta region, he, as a member of this noble and august house, is a key member and a contributor to that. Let's give him a year. And with research, somebody, you are a communicator. When you get an opportunity to take the platform to communicate, make sure that irrespective of your partisan colors, we all cannot be at one side, right? Democracy actually makes room for diversity, divergent views. But in communicating in your party colors, make sure that you are communicating, excuse my language, constructively. I wanted to use the word, but it is unparliamentary. So when you have the opportunity to communicate, make sure you are objective as much as possible. The fact that my color is green doesn't mean that when we are doing something that is not right, you speak to it. If you cannot speak contrary to it because of a party position, I will advise you decline to speak. So to policymakers and leaders like myself, let us invest in the youth by creating an enabling environment for their engagement. This includes patronizing youth-friendly policies, fostering inclusion, and providing platforms for leadership. I am taking a practical step to actually demonstrate this. I work and live in Sunyani. I don't know how many of you know there. I work with Newmont. I drove myself all the way from Sunyani to here today. That tells us the importance and the value that we place on this. And I am here in the capacity of all the leaders that I work with and all the people that support me. I am not here as an individual. I carry a voice, and I also collaborate with people. So as I'm here, the leadership of my team and our great party are also here. That is the value we place on this very august house work. Now, in my conclusion, as I would say, as you deliberately today make a decision to promote youth empowerment, let us remember that democracy is not static. Democracy is not static. It evolves with the active participation of each people. Active participation is the key word. Ghana's parliamentary democracy will only be as strong as the commitment and engagement of its youth. So, His Excellency, thank you for visiting the Parliament of the Republic of Ghana. And as you are going, let's see how best you can make it possible for a lot more of you to visit as frequent as possible to learn and then contribute. As you watch, if there is anything, there are proceedings ongoing, there are things that you think can help, please. Democracy is not static. Thank you. Together, let us build a democracy that reflects the aspirations for all, one that stands as a model to the world. Thank you, and may this program inspire actionable change for our beloved Ghana. God bless you, and God bless our homeland Ghana. Thank you.
Honorable Senators, I want to thank our guest speaker for his inspiring words. And as he has said, he drove from Kumasi, Sunyani, just to honor our program. And even to talk of Reverend Dr. Adonai, he's a very busy man. I'm sure he had to even pause schedules just to attend to us. And we as a house say a very big thank you to you. For the honor that you have done us to present yourself today. And we are ever grateful to you. And we hope that you continue this journey with us as we continue this journey to impact more and expand our horizon. We are grateful. Before I inaugurate the chamber, there is one other person that we have to still honor since he is here or she is here. May I still call on Mr. Raphael Korda? I don't know whether there can be a joint award. It would be nice if both of you can do us this honors because the person is very dedicated to our cause. She knows herself. Just start walking to me. Just start walking to me in the spectacle. Senator Harriet Senanu Abude. She is someone who is very dedicated to our cause. Of whom we are proud of. Thank you very much, Ms. Harriet, for your dedication to our cause. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. We are so grateful to all of you. Honorable Senators, after I inaugurate the chamber, we'll suspend proceedings and proceed outside to take pictures with our guests. And then we can, I don't know whether you want to witness the rest of our proceedings or you have schedules. Time, yes, yes, yes. Since we are recording, they'll continue watching and see whatever we do afterwards. But we want to inaugurate the chamber and then assist them to take their leave. So after I declare the chamber inaugurated and we suspend the Senate, we'll go outside and take pictures and share pleasantries with them. And also, within that space, your refreshment will be shared with you so that you can eat something small. And then after that, we'll come back and finish the other exercise for the day. Honorable Senators, our guest here, in adherence to the provisions outlined in Order 52.1 of this Senate's standing orders, which states that the Senate shall be inaugurated by Mr. President at the first sitting of the first session, I stand before you today to fulfill this constitutional obligation. I must say that I have full confidence in the capabilities and commitment of each member herein seated. By working together, we shall reach greater heights. Honorable Senators, with the authority bestowed on me as the President of the Senate, I am honored, highly honored, to officially declare the first Senate of Youth Impact Parliament Ghana of Youth Impact Movement, duly inaugurated. Honorable Senators, with all due respect, I say you can bang the gavel. Yeah? With all due respect, this Senate now stands suspended for not more than 20 minutes. I thank you.